Hello faculty members. Today I am going to present my seminar on sustainable agricultural policies of three Indian states with the best global practice, a systematic and thematic review. Sustainable agriculture definition. The word sustain is taken from the Latin word sustinere. Sustain means below and tenere to hold, to keep in existence or maintain implies long-term support or permanence. If I talk in terms of agriculture, sustainable describes farming systems that are capable of maintaining their productivity and usefulness to society indefinitely. By Richard Dosterhaus, January 1990. Introduction on agricultural policy. Agricultural policy is mainly focusing the rural infrastructure and fast growth of agribusiness in addition to improving the economic conditions of the farmers. Here the farmer is the main stakeholder in the agriculture policy. The main purpose of any agriculture policy is to raise the income of the farmer and living standard. Agriculture value chain development. Whole supply chain is dependent on one another, from the key inputs to the marketing of agri-produce. Everything is well connected. So, some researchers contributed to ABCD, like supply chain analysis of onions and cauliflowers in Punjab. The whole agriculture value chain development is connected from 360 degrees, like from top to bottom, from seeds, fertilizers to the markets, to the exports. CSR in agriculture. CSR in agriculture is an old but still prevailing in the system. The recent example of CSR in agriculture is each-of-all initiative is done by ITC. Let's talk about pre and post harvest losses. Pre and post harvest losses are actually interconnected. Many post harvest quality losses are as a result of many pre-harvesting factors. Example, tomato fruits that are diseased and infected by pests, inappropriately irrigated and fertilized, are generally of poor quality before harvesting, can never be improved in quality by any post-harvest treatment. The loading and unloading of the crops is also comes under post-harvest losses, and whole supply chain is responsible for the pre and post-harvest losses. Handling and treatment methods must be checked to save the losses. Fertilizers, cultivation, irrigation, everything is related to the pre and post harvest losses. And these are the identification of the literature, the relevant literature, states, journals and websites. These are the states: Punjab, Gujarat, Sikkim, and the Jhunde it's a village, global village in Germany. Journals: Emerald, Taylor and Francis, Springer, ResearchGate. Websites: ThinkAsia, Wikipedia, and Gujarat government website, Sikkim government website, and some Wikipedia and European Union websites. Systematic literature review. Now the systematic literature review methodology is actually in management. It is actually said by many researchers that management literature reviews are usually narrative and criticized, being biased and lacking rigor. Sorry. While reviews in medical field have improved by adopting more systematic, reproducible and transparent methodology. Scope of the review. The review contains academic journals which are trusted and certified knowledge, and I have also included government websites, Wikipedia, which are trustworthy in the society, and I have also taken best performing states and the policies adopted in the value chain in agriculture sector. Systematic literature review results. 20 articles were reviewed in this literature review, published from different dates like 1987 to 2019. I have taken 2000 papers from 2010, 2012, 2015, 2017, 18 and 19. Same as with the website, with the changing patterns of the policies. This can be explained that agriculture government policies are taking time to promote agriculture growth and growth slowly. Methodological reviews. Secondary research is done in the methodological reviews. In the literature, of the renowned journals and trusted government agencies and websites are taken. 60% of the research is done from the published articles and 40% is taken from the websites. If I talk about the thematic review, I have carefully examined the keywords abstracts of 26 articles before reading their full texts, and as a result, value chain development, sustainable agricultural policies of Punjab, Sikkim, Gujarat, pre and post harvest losses of bioenergy were the main themes of the research, with all 20 articles and 14 websites. Out of 20 articles, 10 were related to value chain, 2 were related to harvest, pre-harvest, post-harvest losses, 4 related to biovillage, and same as with the websites. And I have taken 14 websites, 8 related to the organic agriculture practices and 6 related to the biovillages. Main work and data. Now, if I talk about the agriculture policy of Punjab, agriculture is the most significant province in India because agriculture is the backbone of the economy of the Indian state of Punjab, where green revolution was introduced in the early 1960s. If I talk about the drivers of the policy, subsidies, credits were given in Punjab in 1980s, and still the government is promoting these subsidies. Better supply chain policies and good marketing channels, especially in vegetable sector. Enablers, corporate farming, contract farming, subsidy in tube wells were the main enablers in 1990s and in the early 2000s. Contract farming and corporate farming were introduced in Punjab by the government of Punjab. Since subsidy in tube wells, tube well irrigation is also given by the Punjab government. If I talk about the bottlenecks, the state-sponsored program for contract farming is the bottleneck, because these programs are not helping the marginal landholders. Lack of extension activities and low groundwater table are the bottlenecks of the Punjab agricultural policy, because excess of tube well irrigation is hitting the water table. Agriculture policy of Gujarat, being the second largest second largest state in India, in which the living rural areas, and the Gujarat has achieved 9.6% of growth in the last year. Gujarat has agriculture economy of total crop area amount more than half of the land area. If I talk about the drivers, the comprehensive agro policies of Gujarat government are the main drivers. Subsidies, loan water harvesting, micro irrigation. Gujarat government has also built dams like Sardar Sarovar Dam. They also made several ponds in last 5 years. If I talk about the enablers, the value chain model of financing, the Gujarat cooperative dairy value chain model of financing at the farm level is the main enabler in Gujarat policy. And also the Krishi Mahotsav in Gujarat, which happens every year, which provides the extension activities to the farmers, is also an enabler for the Gujarat agricultural policy. Bottleneck is land acquisition laws and the 24-hour electricity supply to the farmers. So these are the bottlenecks of the Gujarat government policy. Now, if I talk about Sikkim, in 2016, an Indian Himalayan state announced that it had certified all agriculture production as organic. Sikkim is the first 100% organic state in the world. In 2014, state banned the use of all chemical fertilizer import from the West Bengal. Now, if I talk about the drivers, the natural factors, low consumption of pesticides. Natural factors are the climatic conditions of Sikkim is actually supporting the agriculture, organic agriculture in Sikkim, because Sikkim is a Himalayan state, so the soil is alluvial in Sikkim, and the traditional farming techniques by the farmer also help the Sikkim government to promote the organic farming. Enablers, promotion of rainwater harvesting and polyhouses were the main enablers of the Sikkim government policies. The Gujarat state government has also constructed polyhouses and made fertilizer as a criminal offence. And they've also adopted Panchgavya Krishi and Rishi Krishi. And the third one is bottleneck. In many cases, marginal farmers are made participating in organic value chain corporation. Dairy and livestock need to be encouraged on large scale. This will address the issue of manure and supplement income to the farmers. So and also exporting organic produce in the other countries is also a bottleneck for the agriculture policy of Sikkim. Let's talk about the agriculture policy of Hyundai village in Germany. Now, a bio village is a successful model policy. Germany has set ambitious targets for developing renewable energy. Hyundai village is the first bio village in the world. It heats houses of around 75% of the citizens with both wood chips and methane gas produced from the biogas products of local farms. If I talk about the drivers, the University of Göttingen is the main driver of the uh, Hyundai village policy. And if I talk about the enabler, community level trust and government fundings are the main enablers. Germany's first bio village Hyundai received 1.3 million euros of investment incentive funding direct from the German state government for the construction of a district heating grid to connect citizens to biogas plant. Bottleneck, because it is a small project, so this is one of the bottleneck, because these type of projects are only done in the smaller perspective. So transfer of wealth is also one of the bottleneck for the Hyundai bio village policy, because if you are taking something from the village, so you need to return in terms of wealth and development in the villages. Limitation, the main limitation of this research is because I have done the study of only 3 Indian states and 1 global village. So this is the limitation of the research. And the secondary thing is the keywords were limited in the scope. Now here I can you can see the critical and systematical review, the author names, objective, source, methodology, major outcome, limitation, feature, scope. Now you can see in author name Sushant and Dr. Neeraj Sharma. Objective of my study, title and objective of my study, the link of the study and methodology. Like I have taken 20 papers and 15 websites. The major outcome is NGOs and other new researchers will take help from this study. And 3 limitation is 3 Indian state and 1 global practice. There are a lot of other practices available. And the last one is suggestion on future research and sustainable agriculture are required in thematic section, because more themes related to sustainable agriculture could be added. Future research and conclusion. Suggestions on future research and sustainable agriculture are required in thematic section, because more themes related to sustainable agriculture could be added. I have taken limited themes for the research. The new researchers can add more themes to the research. And if I talk about the conclusion, a systematic thematic literature review on agriculture policies of 3 Indian states and 1 bio village are analyzed in this paper. 20 articles and 15 websites are included, and I have also included keywords like value chain development, organic farming, agriculture policies of Punjab, Gujarat, Sikkim, bioenergy village, pre and post harvest losses, etc. Below are the links to see my whole research work done with the help of my guide. And first link is about the research, and second one is the survey which we have floated a few days earlier. And thank you for the help. Hope you are doing well.